guys, this is Becky. I am back with another process video. I am going to be doing a Christmas layout. I am using this sketch from Sketch in Scrap at blogspot.com. I'm going to be using Basic Gray Juniper Berry, L Studio Joyful Collection, and some of my Mind's Eye Christmas on Market Street collection as well. I'm going to back these photos on a DCWV pattern cardstock paper. I'm using the reverse side. It's kind of a creamy whitish color. It's not true white, but it's not really cream either. These pictures are of the boy is my brother John, and the two girls, I'm the one with glasses, and my cousin Whitney is the other one. And this layout is about every year my grandmother, my Aunt Pinky, and my Aunt Sister Marianne, they always made us gifts. I mean, they gave us gifts that they bought as well, but they always handmade us something for Christmas. And at this particular Christmas, they made my brothers Indians, little Indian dolls, and they made Whitney and I little baby dolls. So this layout's going to be called Handmade Christmas. So the background of this layout is going to be Basic Gray's Juniper Berries paper called Merrily. It is the tan and cream colored diagonal stripe. That Christmas tree paper is from L Studio Joyful Collection, and it is called Christmas Tree. That blue paper I'm cutting up right there is the B-side of Basic Gray's Juniper Berries Workshop, and I wanted to put that light blue in there because my brother is wearing a blue shirt and I am wearing a blue dress. I think my mom might have dressed us all in blue that year, not sure. That red paper is Basic Gray's Juniper Berries Good Cheer, and I end up using that on the main part, and also on the accent part. If you looked at the sketch, on the accent part that's at the top left of the page, I used that up there as well. And also the light blue part of the workshop of Basic Gray's workshop paper is up at the top left as well. And I moved the background out of the way because I'm using the grid lines on my mat to get the layers straight. This is a piece of vellum from My Mind's Eye Christmas on Market Street because I am still using that. It is so pretty. And I bought 2 pieces of 3 different types of vellum, and it's like they keep multiplying because they never go away. I just have more and more and more. It's weird. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all that down. I'm going to glue these blue bits to the side. Now when we would go over to Grandma's house, it was always Christmas Eve is when we'd go to Grandma's and we'd open all the presents from the family and stuff like that. And you'll see later I will put down a cardstock sticker that says "'Twas the night before Christmas" because it was Christmas Eve. So here's where I start building on that upper left layer. That is the cardstock sheet from My Mind's Eye Christmas on Market Street. And I just cut a piece of that blue paper out to put up top. I had a little bit of glue stuck on the back of that and I ripped that paper. I'm going to round the corners of that piece and also of my journaling piece around the corners of. Those presents are from a My Mind's Eye Christmas on Market Street called Tied Up with String. I fussy cut them out. And the trees are from a piece of paper from Basic Gray's Juniper Berry line, and the paper is Reindeer Games. And I fussy cut those out as well. Now, all these presents and trees, I am going to glue those down off camera because no one wants to see that, I don't think. If you do, sorry. Let me know. Right now I'm trying to remove the sticky off the back with that EK Success powder tool. Before I had gotten that tool, I just had this little like pot of powder and I just would use a paintbrush, and it actually worked much better. This tool, it so far hasn't worked that well for me, but from what I am told is the more you use it, the more the powder comes through and it works better. So we'll see. So I'm pulling some buttons off of the My Mind's Eye cardstock sheet and some little gold dots as well, or circles, little gold circles. And those buttons, I end up showing you those up close. I used some embroidery floss through them to finish them off because it is handmade Christmas. So I thought that would be good to put some thread through it. So I used embroidery floss from DMC, and it is color 712, which is a cream color. That Christmas is from the Christmas sheet from My Mind's Eye. Those are very hard to get off the sticker sheet. I in fact ripped the H and kind of had to glue it back together. I'm putting Handmade in these Pebbles letters, and they're just called ABC, so they don't really have a name, I don't think. But the color kind of matched, or did match, a couple of those presents that I had fussy cut out, which is good because I'm used quite a bit of that pack and they're running low, and I actually would like to do another layout where I could use that pack so I can get rid of it. So I was just showing you where I put the thread through the buttons. I tried to tie a bow, and apparently that is not what I do. I do not tie bows. They don't look very good. So these are the enamel dots that I pulled out right there. They go with the My Mind's Eye Christmas on Market Street. And I used the green, some of the tealy greens, light blues, and reds. And that space looked empty, so I took a couple presents that I had previously fussy cut, and I only put one down there. I ended up popping it up on some foam tape, but I used a red strip there because just the present alone didn't look right to me, so I put a little piece of red and then put the present on top of it on foam tape, and I put 2 more enamel dots around that present. This enamel dot gave me a hard time. It kept trying to slip underneath that red paper, and I didn't want it under the red paper. I wanted it kind of under the present a little bit. And then I put a light blue one down as well. So here I just cut a little piece of that DCWV cardstock. I'm going to draw lines and do my journaling, and then I will erase the lines. Of course, I misspelled a word and tried to put the letter that I missed in there, and it looked kind of a mess, but that's okay. Right there. It looks kind of a mess, but that's alright. I read it and I know what it says. And I think the last thing I'm going to do is flip it over and trim off where those presents hang over this side. And then that's going to wrap up this layout. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.